All right, 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm just going to switch to a different mic. That way you guys can hear me better. 1 sec. Test 1 2. Hello. Okay, you guys can hear me. All right. Hello, everyone. It's the one, the only, the Computer Whiz Kid. Sorry for the glare and the. It's probably because of the door. Maybe if I shut it, it'll be. There we go. It's not like anybody else is up at the moment. Welcome to the first ever live recording of show reviews. As you could tell from the intro I did, use the same countdown sequence for my other intro for the CWK live stream show, because I didn't want to have to make the tedious version of the time code all over again. So I just used that. Use the same audio track from that too. As you could tell, it was this one. If you don't know what HQ Trivia is, look it up on YouTube or Google search. Anyways, today's episode of show reviews is on somewhat of a controversial film in my group of friends. And I'm gonna go onto the site right here. Gonna sign in. Let's see here, IMDb. It'll be easier to sign with. I am in with IMDb. Okay, so ratings. Oh, I guess I didn't. Yeah, so get ready, because when you see this, you're gonna probably be shocked. Alright, ready? Gonna share my screen real quick. I'm gonna have to share the whole screen, otherwise can't share it. Whoa! Okay, so it's this movie right here. Yeah. You're like, what the crap? If you could see the ratings. Yeah. Most of them were 1 star. And probably are wondering why. Let's just say this is not the movie you would want to watch. Okay, pardon me 1 sec. I did not expect to call the... Alright, I'll have to take that out because I don't like to have that, going off. Yeah, but this movie, you'd think it was good in terms of animation and voices, but it really wasn't. Now, before I move on, I'm not going to share my screen for this. I'm going to pull up my list for show reviews because I can't just talk about a movie and not, go by the criteria I set for show reviews. So I gotta open my. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay, there we go. So, of course, the factors that I do for show reviews, whether it's a movie or show or a YouTube type show, is the plot. Talk about the overall plot, characters, music. That should be 3. I don't know why I held up two fingers. And then the overall show in general, like animation, screenplay, that stuff. So first of all, we're gonna go through the plot, which basically it looks like it's just summary. So the summary, according to whoever put this IMDb page up for the film, is the Rodfellows movie follows the TRF, including TDC, which this would be the Rodfellows and the Data Crew, with their lives turning upside down by the arrival of the antagonists Xander and Zayden. They perpetrate chasing how the parts of the TRF's house perform, more or less having them not realize that it was caught in a footage, causing a downhill experience of TRF's morning routines. It's up to the main TRF to subdue their experience, have their things go back to the way it should. Rich, the way it's worded here seems as though they didn't know what they were writing. Basically, what I saw in the movie was basically the antagonists, Xander and Zayden, basically went to their house, and by their house, I mean the Rodfellows' house, basically messed everything up. And then, from what I seen, the Rodfellows did it back to them, and then they had this whole thing till finally the antagonists were arrested at the end of the movie. That's basically all I got from it. And most of my memories from when I watched the first part of it are almost gone because I didn't get to watch the film in one setting like I wanted to. So, yeah, that's basically what the plot is. It's a good plot, but they could have worded the plot better on the IMDb page because it's kind of confusing. Next, we're going to go through the characters. If I can find. I don't know the characters by heart. So let's see here. We have Xander and Zayden. We have Cody, Hash Brown, Nature Josh, whoever CHOC is. Okay, I gotta go to cast. Okay, I already said Xander, Zayden, Cody, whoever that is. Finto, Alice, Widner, Finette, Ruthie, Christine, Danny, Cat, Elijah, Juan, Felicia, Seaborn, Samantha Jr., Ruby, Naomi, Paul, Philip, Quinn, Grayson, Summer, Taylor, Sargon. There's too many. There's too many, I tell you. Yeah. There was a lot of people, or a lot of characters. Some who I couldn't keep up with. So the characters, there was a decent amount of characters, which is good. You'd want like a decent amount of characters in a show or movie. Like if you don't have a lot of characters, there's not going to be any. There's not going to be any way to see it. Yeah, so I'm just going to move to the music. And this is where we start getting into kind of, borderline, not the right territory of, let's just say there was a lot from what I could see in the viewing page itself for the film, that let's just say they have used copyrighted music for it. I thought you would have linked it to the YouTube channel, not the... I have to go to YouTube in order to show you this. 1 second. This is the first time that I've done a show reviews on like live recordings, so I usually want to do something like this. Yeah, so let's see here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 content ID claims for the music they use in this film. That tells you they don't really care for copyrighted music. Like they'll use it and they don't think they'll get in trouble. For the amount of music that you guys have in here, you should have probably asked the owner of the songs for using them. I get some of the people working for this film were thinking about that, but some people could have at least thought about, hey, we probably shouldn't have copyrighted music in here. We may get flagged for it. I'm not saying the music's bad, but technically, you're not supposed to use copyrighted music for your own film, especially if your channel is going to become monetized. Lucky for this channel that I found the movie on only has under the threshold to monetize, so it's not going to affect them in any way. So, since I talked about the music, I'm just going to go to overall film in general. The film the plot itself and the way they, like, I'm not gonna say the film is like extremely bad, like they absolutely did not know what they were doing. Spoiler, this was released by former big uh, corporate conglomerate Fredbear Studios just before, well, Fredbear slash Harmonic, Fredbear Studios slash Harmonic Entertainment, before it dissolved in late 2020. So they were just trying to get something out, but I believe it was too rushed. If they would have taken the time to, hey, instead of releasing it on November 25th, 2020, you should have waited to release it like on a different day, to give you more time to record and all that stuff. The film itself, like the plot and, the way they executed screenplay is not that bad. But like recording, there was times where I couldn't understand what the characters were saying. There were some parts of the film where the music was louder than the people voicing it. Um, Animation, it could have been better, but I would say it's not too bad. It could be a little better, but that's my overall critique. Different people would have different critiques for the animation and stuff. So yeah. And to be honest, that's pretty much where I'm gonna talk about stuff and get right to the rating for this film. The rating for this film is going to get, out of 10 points, it's going to get a 5. And the reason for that is because I feel it was a bit too rushed. There was, again, some parts of the film that I couldn't hear what the characters were saying. Music was too loud. Animation could have been a little bit better, but I get these guys who did the animation are starting out and they're getting better. So yeah, that's why I'm giving it a 5 out of 10 for this film. So, all right, with that out of the way, I'm gonna end it here, and I got another segment coming up that I would like to add to this episode. So stay tuned for that. All right. Told you guys I would have one more segment of this episode before I end it, and that's what I'm going to do. This segment is basically where I tell you uh, about a few of the creators of the Rodfellows movie and the series. 3 of them to be exact. And the reason I'm talking about this is because there's been some things that myself and other people have found out, and if you ever, if you ever come around these people, please do not engage. Don't even talk to them. They could be dangerous if you let them do what they want to do. They've been accused of pedophilia and other things. Two of them have been accused of pedophilia. One has been accused of using racial slurs. Yes, you heard me right. If you come across Darren Nichols, Alexander Mortensen, or Dan P. Lyons, please do not go around them. Their YouTube personas are Darren Pipster, Danny the Irrefutable or Danny TV, and Comedy Mix Inc. If you see these channels, do not watch their content. Do not engage. Don't watch their videos. Don't subscribe to them. Just stay away from them. They have done very wrong things, and nobody should be around them. Past few months, I've been making them think I believe them, that they didn't do these things, so I can make sure they were not doing the things while I was around. And for the most part, they haven't done them. But now that I've released this video, I will be no longer having contact with them. Effective as soon as this video releases and they see it, I will be cutting all contact, deleting my account from Gilded, which is the site they use these days because they say Discord's not good anymore. I don't know why. And I will basically be cutting all contact with them ever again because I don't want to be around people who have been accused of pedophilia, showing their private parts to minors, and saying racial slurs against other people, or slurs against like LGBTQ community. That is not what any YouTuber should be doing. And for them to get away with it is wrong. Again, effective immediately as soon as I post this video on YouTube, I will not be contacting them anymore. So, Darren, Danny, and Alex, if you see this, it's good that you see it. This is the last time I'm contacting you. This is the last you'll see of me interacting with you in any way. Send your people against me all you want, but I'm not gonna bulge. I'm 22 years old and I act better than you three have. 22 with ADHD, bipolar 2, and mild anxiety, and I act better than you guys, than Danny and Darren with their so-called personality disorder. If you have autism, Danny, don't use it as an excuse. You're basically insulting people who have autism by using it as an excuse. It may not seem like I fully dislike the Rodfellows movie like everyone else does. There were some good parts of it, yes, but most of it wasn't that good. That review I just did was my honest opinion on the film. I had no pressure to rate the film as low as I did. It's my personal opinion. That's what show reviews is for. To give my personal opinion on shows, movies, or a YouTube series. Alright, now with all that out of the way, I'm going to end this episode of show reviews. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.